Hello, hello, my desmadre souls. Welcome to Coming Home to Self No Bypassing, where we have honest conversations with our inner voice aloud. This is a space for unfiltered reflections, spiritual growth, messy truths, and yes, a little bit of humor along the way because we are here for the human experience, not to achieve perfection. I am Asa Luna, and this is our journey home. So the desmadre of the day is that I am gonna talk to you guys about my first week of work after like 5 months or so. It was very unexpected. I mentioned that in the last episode, um, which it was like my favorite episode so far. But so yeah, I it was because it was super unexpected. There was so much to do. I had to take my car to the mechanics. I had to make sure I have clothes for work. I had to get my tools ready. Had to figure it out daycare. All this stuff that went on, and thankfully everything aligned and it was perfect. Because I do believe this is a job. No, actually, I know this is a job that God sent for me. So then everything was without resistance. The only thing that I did notice is that I was struggling a lot um, from after work. So after work, I was I had extra people in the house. I it was just too much noise and stuff, and it was bothering me a lot. It was bothering me a lot, and I was in this dilemma of, is it about me learning to be in this uncomfortable situation because it is uncomfortable as fuck? Or do I really need to do this for myself because it's self care? So I wasn't sure what was it. Um, and then so I started doing my research and all these things that I usually do, self analysis, just self therapy. And I love having conversations with this AI, and it helps me. Like it helps. It's like a therapist. Honestly, I talk to it or I write these ideas, and then it helps me walk through them. Like get an answer, which I know the answer, right? It's just sometimes it's deep inside, and sometimes we just need to write it down or say it aloud so we can actually understand what's going on inside of us. So that being said, I was wondering about that and I was meditating about that and I was thinking about the situation. And then, so finally, I came to the conclusion that my day, so Monday through Friday, now that I have a job, my day starts at 4:40 in the morning. 4:40 in the morning, I'm up and I'm, making my coffee, getting dressed, brushing my teeth, doing my hair, all this stuff. And so by the time that I go to work, it's without traffic in the morning. There's not that much traffic at the time I leave. So hour and a half, hour 20 minutes is when I get to work. And then after that, I sit there. I intentionally get there early so I can journal or I can meditate or I can have a little bit of time to center myself because the work I do, it's construction. I'm an electrician, and so that means the people I work with, well, they're mostly men. And so they're not people I will call my girlfriends or naturally hang out with. They're not my type of people I will go for to begin with because they're men. And we have a lot of very different mindsets. Like, you know me, I'm all about all this growing my mind, being delusional and thinking all these things and manifesting, and I like to work out and I like to go hiking, and and I'm a girl, so I like girl stuff. And so it's very different when I work with these people, and something that I didn't realize before is this. I am realizing now, it's like I love my job, I love the work I'm doing. It's just not my favorite. Not, and it's nothing against these people. It's just simply they're not my type of people. So that being said, I did realize that it's very, very draining to be on my male energy all this time, all this 8 hours of work that I'm around these people. It's very serious, very heavy energy, very male dominant energy, and it's draining as fuck. And so that it's my day all the way till 3:30, plus all the physical work. My job is pretty physical, which I do love, but think about it, it's me being in my male energy 100%, heavy as fuck. Then all my physical work, that's heavy as fuck too. And then after that, now 3:30 is when traffic starts around. So I work um, farther. Like I said, without traffic is hour and a half. So with traffic, it's like 2 hours, um, and sometimes a little bit more. But so then sit in traffic for 2 hours all the way to my house. So by the time I get home, I was feeling super overwhelmed because all the stuff at the house and the baby crying, and then my kids with the TV on, and then having extra people in the house, visits or whatever. That was just too much for me, and I was getting so stressed out. And then I will go take, and then after dealing with that, then I'll go take a shower, and then after the shower is when I felt better. And then now I felt worse because I was like, fuck, I was just being so stressed out when I got home. And then I was like, like I hate that. And so I apologize for being that way. And then so I'm like, I remember back in the day, it used to be a rule for me and my son, because it was for the longest time me and my son in the house. And I said, no guests allowed on weekdays when I'm working. And definitely give me break. Like when I come home, let me go to the bathroom, let me get ready, and then once all I feel better, then I come out, and then I'm better. I'm ready to give energy again. Because by the time I'm home, I'm drained. I have nothing else to give other than be rude and stuff and be stressed out. And that's not me. That's something I don't enjoy doing. But by the time I get home after everything has been happening since 4:40, it's too much. I already gave so much that by the time I'm home, I'm drained. And I realize that it's not something that I need to sit in the uncomfortable, because that's my body, my nervous system, my mind, my brain telling me like I'm cap out. Like that's it. I'm maxed out on giving. Like we also need recharge. It's like your car, right? You put gas and then you go and drive all these miles. It cannot go any farther once the gas tank is empty. And that's what was happening to me. By the time I got home, my tank was fucking empty. And so I realized that it is not selfish and it is not bad for me wanting that time and putting boundaries with my family and friends and people and saying, hey, I'm sorry, but I am not available on weekdays like this, especially right after work. I need my space. I need my home clean and quiet. I need to get home, take a shower, get rid of all this energy for my body, in my mind, in my nervous system, to understand that we are not in that environment anymore of traffic, of waking up early and hurrying up to work and working so hard, being with these guys and being on this male energy environment. I need time for my body and everything as a whole to give a break and to disassociate from that, and understand that now we're home in a safe space and it's okay to recharge and regulate my nervous system. Then, and only then, I can give again. And that is not bad. That is not being selfish. And that's just recharging. Because, like I said, we live in this body, but this body is not perfect. We are human. We are fragile. We We are not in a pure form of being energy and transform. We are in a human body that is meant to be recharged. It's meant to be cared for. It's meant to need a rest, sleep, all this stuff, food. You need that. So I think the reason why I felt like it was too selfish of me to ask or putting boundaries is because it always feels like that. When you put a boundary and you are a good person, because I do believe I am a good person, you do feel bad for other people. I do feel bad telling other people, I'm sorry, but you are not welcome to my house this time, from this time to this time, or whatever. But it's because I give so much and I'm always busy that by the time, and just the fact of being a mom, it's a lot. Being a mom, being a wife, and working and going to the gym and trying to do good for myself, good for my family, it's a lot. So it is a reminder to me to be kind to myself, and boundaries are just that, are boundaries, so people understand that I need that to recharge so I can be okay, so I can be in a good um, mood and a good self form, and then I can actually give, because it's like pouring and pouring when the container is already empty. There is no more to give. So the recharge, taking care of myself, is actually helping others. Because if I am okay, if I let myself and allow myself to recharge, to have that time, to have a break, then, only then, I can continue giving to others. And I think I was just being very, very hard on myself. And my house is full of men. It's a house full of men. I'm the only girl. And so that is rough too, because obviously we have different points of view. And that's something that probably, actually, because I see a therapist and my therapist told me that you need to make sure you associate more with women. You need to find your female energy, if that's what you obviously is bothering you, that you don't have that much in your life right now. And I think that is something that I'm working on right now, is to communicate. And for example, and this is when I was like, okay, yeah, I'm just being really hard on myself, because first of all, it was my first week. And like I said, it's Monday to Friday. It wasn't expected. I had to get all my shit ready. My car had to go to the mechanic. I had to drive my other car that I don't like driving that car to work, because it's just my baby. I don't want it to get dirty like that. But I did that. And then on Friday, actually, so by the time that it was Friday, I was already drained. It's my last day. And so I had to work. Again, my day started 4:30. Then I had to go to work, and then I worked all the way to 3:30, and then right at 3:30 I started driving to Biggs, Oregon, which for me that was like um it was supposed to be 2 hours without traffic, but actually it took me like 3 hours to get there. And that was a long ass drive. Because I had to pick up my daughter, my stepdaughter, and then from there drive back home. Which now that took, I didn't get home until, I think it was like 9:30. So imagine that. 4:30 started my day, and I got home at 9:30. And yes, I was stressed out and all this and all that. And that's when I realized I am being too hard on myself, because this is a long ass day. I'm giving so much. I'm giving so much for my family. I'm giving so much energy, not just work, but also the driving, the picking up my daughter, the coming back, the now having to deal with the house, with my baby, with my other kids. Is like, it's a lot. So for me to ask 20 minutes to get in the bathroom, take a shower, decompress, get rid of all this energy, regulate my nervous system, is not very much to ask. So as a mom, I know most of my listeners are women, and I'm pretty sure you will resonate with this, because you clean, you cook, you do laundry, you get yourself ready. If you want to go to the gym, if you try to do activities for your kids, it's endless task. And we just give, and we forget that I always compare our bodies to our car because I love my cars. But I like to keep maintenance on it. It needs new tires, it needs new brakes. I do the oil every time it needs the oils. It needs to be washed, it needs to be clean. If some noise starts going on because of the miles you've been driving in, then I take it to the mechanic right away. So why do I take more care of my car than myself? Right? It's things that make sense. It's like you drive, you go all the time as moms, as parents, as human, even if you don't have kids. That's just a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things that we need to do. We do need to take care of ourselves because we do live in this body, and this body is not meant to just go on and never receive any care. At some point it's gonna break, whether that's mentally, emotionally, physically, because it needs a break. Like me and my best friend always talk about that. Well, now we're better at it, but before it's like we'll work ourselves until we're so sick. Every time we'll get so sick, and then it's like, oh, it's because I got so sick, and then we'll be sick for like a week. Then I couldn't go to work or something, and it's like that's because we never take a break. So our bodies make us take that break. So I understood that it is a big difference between getting out of your comfort zone and then your nervous system's actually needing that break. So then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 20 minutes out of my day after work, no visits, putting boundaries, no talking to me. Give me a break. You can hold the baby for another 20 minutes. Let me go, get ready, get all this energy out of me, and then the people around you will actually benefit even better from that, because now you're not stressed out, because now your nervous system is not in alert, and because now you are recharged, so that means you can pour again into their cups. When you're running and empty, it's just so no wonder why we always stressed out and angry and anxious and always just desperate and just overloaded. It's because we don't have any more to give. So you have to give to yourself in order for you to be able to give to others. And that's what I was failing on. I was not doing that, and I was thinking it was selfish of me, but it is not selfish. And even if it is selfish, I need that. It's for my well being, and me being well, that means my family is well too. So that's what I learned this week. I learned that we need to take that time to take care of ourselves. We need to be more kind to ourselves and remembering that we matter. Our bodies matter. Our mind matters. Our feelings matter. And it is okay to take that break. It is okay to get recharged again. And it's nothing personal against anybody else. It's not that. It's just that when you are so like empty and so tired and so drained, it's impossible to give. It really is. So I understood that for me to be okay, for my people to be okay, I need to be okay. So those 20 minutes a day are very important after work. So make sure you take your time, make sure you take care of yourself so you can be okay and others around you can be okay as well. Thank you for listening to this message from my inner voice aloud. Thank you for being here. If anything I share resonated with you, just know that you are not alone. I hope you can be here for my next adventure. Don't forget to get out of your comfort zone. And alright, stay messy, stay curious, do something that scares you today, and don't forget to listen to your inner voice.